When you think of the ultimate supercar, the bedroom wall pin-up, you're most likely thinking of one brand, Lamborghini. Lamborghini has always managed to appeal to that 12-year-old that still lives within us all. No matter how old we get and how serious a job we have, these cars have always ignited that flame in us. The question is though, can this do that? This is the Huracan EVO Coupe. On paper, it certainly seems like it can. It features a 5.2 litre naturally aspirated V10, producing 623 brake horsepower and 600 Newton meters of torque, which is enough to bring 62 miles an hour around in a spine-shattering 2.9 seconds. And you'll be hurtled towards the horizon at a warping rate of pace until you hit the top speed of 202 miles an hour. Join me for a look around some of the features of the EVO before we jump in and take the car for a spin. Let's begin with the exterior and down the front end. We have the Y-shaped air inlets down here and the white-shaped daytime running lights, which is a signature Lamborghini. And this colour is called Rosso Mars, and it looks outstanding in every single light. Now, if you look very closely on this car, you'll see some design cues that you may have seen before. So these bonnet lines along the front, they resemble the Countach. And then along the flanks, those air intakes down the side, now they don't just feed air into that stratospheric V10, they actually have come from the Murcielago. Round the rear is where I think the EVO really excels. It's just full of beautifully sculpted lines, and you know that all of these lines are all functional. It's all to aid in aerodynamics. So take this rear spoiler, for example. I mean, it's so beautifully curved and it's impeccably designed to aid, again, in aerodynamics. And then take a look at those high-mounted exhausts. Now, not only do they sound unbelievable, they're high-mounted, which resembles some of Lamborghini's higher-performing models, such as the Performante and the Aventador SVJ. The interior is beautiful. It's the Sportivo Alcantara bicolor in Nero Aid and Rosso Alala. There are also a range of ad personam trims available. Now, before we continue, let me just tell you a little bit about what ad personam is. That's Lamborghini's individual program, which allows owners to tailor their cars to be just as different as they are. You can pretty much specify anything you want, colors, everything. The possibilities are pretty much limitless. Everything in here feels incredible, from the stitching along the doors, from the Alcantara in the seats, and then the Alcantara steering wheel. The shift paddles feel amazing. You really, really do feel like you're sat in something exceptionally special, which is exactly what you'd want from a Lamborghini. To create the EVO, Lamborghini hasn't just changed this car's hardware, it's also given it a new brain. It now features, for the first time, LDVI, which is the new central control computer, which manages countless systems, including the traction control and the stability management systems. So the new EVO is cleverer and more grown up than the car it replaces. But has all this growing up tainted the driving experience? No, it hasn't. I have never experienced such a visceral car. I mean, where do I begin? Well, I suppose let's begin with the just sonorous, amazing engine that's sitting behind my head. So, it is that Lamborghini V10, and it's a masterpiece. It is absolutely ballistic. Let me give you an example. Drop it into manual. Listen to this. surely you can't need any more than that. I can't even speak about it. In this world of turbocharging and smaller engine sizes, this V10 will go down as one of the all-time great engines. It has to. How couldn't it? I'm getting onto a nice little bit of road here. I'm going to pop it into manual mode, and well, the way this car makes you feel is unreal. And the gearbox, oh, the gear changes are just phenomenal. Drop it down. What can you say about that? How can I put that into words? Now, the Evo isn't just about ferocious power and noise. Lamborghini has worked extremely hard to ensure that all of that performance is usable. So let me just run you through a few of the technical highlights that we have in this car to help us manage the firepower. Firstly, we have Lamborghini Inertial Platform, which gives accurate real-time updates of the car's behaviour. Secondly, we have LMS. LMS in short is the Adaptive Suspension System. We also have four-wheel drive and all-wheel steer. The different driving modes make a huge difference to the characteristics of the car. You can change modes using the Anima selector on the steering wheel. Strada is your road mode. This softens everything for everyday driving. Sport gives a heightened sense of agility and responsiveness. And Corsa puts the car into maximum attack mode. But this car isn't only about noise and power and ferocity. No, the Evo is so easy to drive. I think that is probably the thing that's really shocked me about this car. Because when you drive a Lamborghini, you know that it's going to sound incredible. You know that it's going to be ballistically quick. But what I wasn't ready for in this car was just how easy it is to drive. I mean, we're going now through some traffic, and we've got speed humps. I put the nose lifter, and the car just manages everything so well. How do I sum it up then? How can I sum up my experience in this car? Well, put it this way. I never thought that a Lamborghini would be as capable as this car is. We're pottering around now a nice sleepy little village just outside Bristol, and it feels no harder to drive than anything that I've ever driven, really. And I think that is the really impressive thing. It really is. So to sum up then, the Lamborghini Huracan EVO, it's surprised me in ways that I didn't think it would. It's ballistic. It's incredible. That engine is, it's just, I'm putting out of words to say here. It's one of the most evolving experiences I've ever had. Right, let's sum it up in a few words. Usable every day, surprisingly comfortable, very comfortable in fact, savagely fast, and then the engine. The engine has won me over. The whole car's won me over. I love it. I love it. And how am I going to give the keys back to Lamborghini Bristol? I think that's going to be the hardest thing. If you'd like some more information on the breathtaking Lamborghini Huracan EVO, do please contact Rybrook Lamborghini Bristol. If you've enjoyed this video, do please drop it a like and subscribe to Rybrook TV for plenty more content just like this to come.